How about a mail call? Let's see what I got from mailed yesterday. I'm really running out of trade stuff now. Went through my Commander binder, went through the Modern, pulled a bunch of stuff out that really not playing with. Took it down to the LGS. Got these. Exquisite Blood. 4 and a black. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much. I like this art. I like the... Still getting used to the camera tripod. I mean, really, what's to say about this card? It's fantastic. The only question is, where to put it, because it's only 1 black, 4 colorless. You can put it in any deck running black. It's kind of expensive. So, €15. The originals, I don't know how much those are, probably the same. It's only had, as far as I know, it only has 2 authentic printings. Let me check, actually. Let me see about that. So, Magic Card Market. I don't want fucking Wizards. Magic Card Market. Hurry up. Exquisite Blood. Oh wow, it's got a lot of printings. It's got 5 versions. So, this one. Commander, Lost Caverns of Ixalan, Secret Lair, The List, and Jumpstart. Oh, okay. I didn't know it had so many printings. I thought it only had 1 or 2. Wow. Neat. So anyway, where am I going to put this? I'm probably going to put in Nalia. Nalia, I'm running Blacker Market Connections. I'm running the Deaf Duelist. I've got Dark Confidant. So I've got a lot of things that hurt me. I've got a lot of ways to lose life. I don't have that many ways to gain life. I do have a Bloodburn of Vizkopa in Nalia, but I think I'm going to take it out for Saskia and put this instead, because Bloodburn, I haven't cast him yet. I haven't had him in play yet. But a 4, so he's got protection black and white, so there's a lot of things that can't kill him. He can't be passed, can't be sorted. Obviously terror, because he's black, that wouldn't work anyway. But go for the throat, murder, swift end, none of that can kill him. But this would trigger a lot more often. It should get me a lot more life. So I'm going to put this in the Nalia. I was thinking originally to put it into the Reaper King deck, but I think this will be better in Nalia, although I don't know. Yeah, screw it. Let's go to the next card. Okay, I got 2 of these. Welcoming Vampire. I already had 1. I'm going to put it into Icar Shidiki Sidar Kondo. I've not done it yet, but it looked so good I bought 2 more. One of these, and I'm not sure if I like that frame. I've got the Markov Baron with that frame, and I don't know if I like it yet. Still getting used to it. Anyway, one of these I will probably put into Aurelia, because she's got a lot of creatures that make goblin tokens, and they come into play as 1/1s. I don't have that many team buffs in Aurelia, so they typically come in and stay 1/1s, maybe a 2/2. So whenever 1 or more each turn. Yeah, I mean, for 3 mana to draw an extra card each turn if you can make a creature, it's not too bad. The other one, I don't know where I'm going to put the other one. No idea. I've got Melira Silvic. I already have one of these. I have one of these in Sigarda. Cube hates it because it stops his poison deck. Which, oddly enough, the few times he's played his poison deck, at least 2 of those were times I just pulled out Sigarda. What are you playing? Poison. What are you playing? Sigarda. Oh, Christ. Because he can't do anything to my commander. Oh, and the other time he played Eldrazi against Sigarda, and Sigarda says, you can't make me sacrifice anything. So that was good. Anyway, 1 and a 1 green for a 2/2 Human Scout. You can't get I can't get poison counters. Creatures you control cannot have neg1 counters placed on them, and creatures your opponents control lose infect. So she's pretty damn good. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this one. I'm not sure what deck needs it the most. But they had one at Trinity T, so I went and picked her up, so I have an extra copy. I also got to settle the wreckage. Probably for Reaper King. Need some way of dealing with creature swarms, dealing with attacks. And settling somebody's wreckage will definitely do that. I could also, if I put in more basic lands, attack with a bunch of tokens and settle my own wreckage and go get a bunch of basic lands for them. That is an option, because it does say exile all attacking creatures target player controls. Not sure if I'll do that, but that is a way to get a lot. What if I put this? Well, Kenrith doesn't generate that many creatures, but tokens deck. If I attack with 10 tokens, and I've got that many basic lands still in the deck, settle my own wreckage, exile the tokens, who cares. If Nadia's Nightblade is in play, tokens would leave play, she would trigger, my opponents would lose life for all those tokens going away, and I would get a bunch of lands. Huh. I'm going to have to think about that. Ketria Triome for Reaper King. I now have one of each. The showcase version and the set foil. I wanted one of each for a long time anyway, and I just never got the Ketria Triome in the set foil because I didn't need it. The showcase version is an Animar, and since I had no real use case for the set foil, the set version, I just never went and pursued it. But now with Reaper King and me putting in the 5 Triomes, I've got my use case, so he's got it. Semester's End, 3 and a white instantly. Exile any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers you control, and then bring them back at the beginning of the next end step. If they're a creature, they come into play with an additional +1/+1 counter. If they're a planeswalker, they come into play with an additional loyalty counter. I get this for Sigarda. Sigarda, I realize, doesn't have a whole lot of protection, whole lot of interaction. So this would be good for her, because if her theme, one of her themes is +1/+1 encounters, because I plan to use Cauldron of Souls to save all my creatures. Well, with this, if I Cauldron of Souls and things die and come back, if I'm not able to take off the counters to all the other stuff, I can always Semester's End them, or somebody's casting a Wrath and it's not my Wrath, so I'm not ready for it. The semester could end and my creatures get saved. Not sure anyway. I kind of like this card. Here it is, Impact Tremor. So I've got Impact Tremor. They didn't have a foil one. Sorry, they didn't. If they did, I would have got one, but they did not. So this is going in Reaper King. So Reaper King will have Impact Tremors, Purphoros, God of the Forge, War Leader's Call, Terror of the Peaks, all those things that when a creature comes into play, I get to assign damage to something. Terror of the Peaks says I can assign damage equal to its power to creature or player. Impact Tremors, Purphoros, and War Leader's Call, they just hit my opponents, which is what I want them to do. So fair enough. And then I also have Nadir's Nightblade, so whenever the tokens leave play, like with Goblin Bombardment, my opponents lose life and I gain life. So that's the thing with Reaper King. Also, here's when I was talking to Yuji yesterday, he was kind of disappointed that I mentioned I'm putting in about 10 blue cards in Reaper King, but I didn't say what they are. I didn't say what they are because I didn't know what they were. I was just making space for them. So here's one of them, Arcane Denial. I'm also putting Scatterark out. When I show Reaper King in the next video, I'll show you what Scatterark is for those of you that don't know. But it's a 4 mana counter spell. It costs 3 and a blue. It's not that great, but my experience with multiple color decks, I can't really rely on having the 2 blue, but I can rely on having 3 other colors. So Scatterark costing 4 is going to be more likely that I can cast it when I need to than Counterspell. Oddly enough, because of the color requirements. And Arcane Denial, you know, it costs 2, 1 colorless. And that's it. Let's fan these out for the thumbnail. Get some good imagery there. How's that? Want to see that instead? Get my thumbs in. Nobody likes licking my thumbs. Alright, there we go. Cheers!